You have choices in life, and I really believe that we all have a choice, but we don't all have angels. And for me, I've had angels in my life. I think that I did have a choice and I could have gone a different direction, but those people really impacted my life and my world and helped me and supported me and encouraged me to be where I am today. I was trained as a fine artist, so I come at jewelry design from a little bit of a different perspective in the sense that I tend to design from a place of color and composition. Painting for me was almost like writing a book about my life because the things I wanted to paint, I was so intent on telling my story through my paintings. And that's not the kind of paintings that somebody wants to just buy and hang on their wall. With jewelry, for me, it's not complete until somebody else has it and is wearing it. And so I still get to put myself into the piece, but I'm happier when it's on somebody else. And to me, it's finished. The Milagro series is the series that I work on with the glass. So this is doing flame work, and it incorporates glass rods. I use a torch to heat up the glass, and it's much like glass blowing, but very small scale. It's a huge craft in Mexico, for one, so I really was attracted to that. And then also the colors. To me, the glass is like working with paint. When you melt the glass, it kind of turns the consistency of honey, so you're painting with the glass. I don't like perfection, so I don't like things to be perfect. And so my beads kind of tend to be playful. You can tell that they have my artist mark on them. Milagro actually means miracle, but I chose the Milagro name for that series because I kind of think that the process of the glass going from a solid to a non-solid, back to a solid, the whole process of it is kind of a little miracle in and of itself. When I first started making the pieces, I would include a little handmade milagro. Every culture has them, but in Mexico they're called milagros, and they're little charms that represent a prayer or wish, or they're given in thanks. And I wanted to bring that little piece into my work and kind of have it be a little like a trademark. My family are migrant workers, so I was born here in the United States, but my family's from Mexico. The first half of my life, I was raised in a Mexican culture, and mostly by my grandmother, who is an amazing woman and taught me so much about life and has an influence still today in my life. But then from the time I was 8 until I graduated, I ended up becoming a foster child, and that had a huge impact on my life as well. Art was something that I didn't think that I could make a living or you know, be successful doing art. And it wasn't until my sophomore year in college that I decided that I'll study art and now maybe I'll become a teacher. It allows me flexibility with my 2 children. I have 2 little boys. And I need to have a lot of flexibility to be the mom that I want to be to them. And so having my own business and being a teacher allows me that flexibility. 7 years ago. My very close friend, Leanne, kind of like an adopted mother now. I call her madrina, which means godmother. She gave me this amazing gift of this little bag of tools and beads and some silver, and then a card that came along with the gift saying that she wanted to teach me what she knew. I thought of it as, okay, this is gonna be something special I can just do for myself, kind of what I do for my students now, but I never imagined that it would be this gift that would change my life. It would completely change my life. but it wasn't only from her. She was part of this amazing women's group. They're all artists, and they all just kind of took me under their wing, and they really instilled in me this idea of empowerment, and that I could do something with this gift. I think traditionally, if you would ask most people, is jewelry an art or a craft? They would say it's a craft. To me, and the way that I create jewelry, to me, it's an art. I have another mentor in my life, Dougie Padilla. He's always trying to get me to take my work to the next level. And he knows that my background is in fine arts, so he's always trying to push me back over to the fine arts. In our culture, we have altars. They're called ofrendas as well. And you put things that are very important to you on these. And I said, what if I created a limited edition series of jewelry and I made its own little shrine for it? So its own little ofrenda. And it would act as a piece of actual fine art. Incorporating the background that I have into my piece, I do it the same way I would a painting or a sculpture. And I think about it the same way. So to me, I think it is an art.
Minnesota Original is made possible by the State Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota.